Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. Hey, so it is day 16, and today's word for Inktober is rocket. So I've been looking at doing a Buzz Lightyear Among Us character for quite some time, actually. I've been trying to figure out, which word would I be able to do it, and get it done quickly. So today's word rocket was probably the best word that I could come up with as far as when to use him. So one of my favorite characters in Toy Story is Buzz Lightyear. I just love how kind of confident he is, but at the same time very naive. So anyways, this is my Among Us character for the day, and Buzz Lightyear has been on my mind for a while, so finally getting to do it, and just kind of excited to do this one. So most of these that I've been looking at as far as what's been online has been actual rocket ships, which makes sense. A couple of rockets from the Guardians of the Galaxy, which were cool. I've done it in the past. I didn't want to do that one. I thought that was a little too obvious. And then I just really wanted to do Buzz Lightyear. Well, I went online and I noticed a lot of people are doing Buzz Lightyear, but I still wanted to do it even though I saw that a lot of people were doing it. I know that I've been trying to keep it original and not do what everybody else is doing, but sometimes you got to give in order to do what you would like to do. So can't win them all, but I did want to do this one. So here we go, Buzz Lightyear. I really enjoyed how much detail was in this one. As far as Buzz Lightyear goes, doesn't seem like he has a lot of detail until you draw him and all the little gadgets and buttons and stuff like that. The space between his his pelvic muscle or region and his abdomens and stuff like that. Those little things all make his character pretty fun to draw. So I ended up having a lot of fun with this one. It's way more enjoyable than I thought. I've drawn a Buzz Lightyear a long time ago. I don't know if it was last year or if it was 2 years ago, but I drew a Buzz Lightyear trying to do it as an easy, kid-friendly style so I can teach my class. It was a little too difficult the way that I drew him in the past, but it was fun. I never recorded. It was before I started YouTube, and I wasn't on Instagram at the time. I just wasn't using it actively. So, but I have drawn him before. I just couldn't really remember until a few minutes ago. There is definitely a lot of straight lines and fine lines to do when it comes to him. I was also thinking, I forgot about the actual rocket scene where Woody had been, I guess, calling his bluff the entire time when it came to being able to fly. And finally, he had a rocket strapped to the back of him. I forgot about that scene. And then I saw some people drawing it on Instagram. So I definitely didn't want to do that scene. Because as far as I guess, trying to be as original as possible, even though I'm doing Buzz Lightyear, which a lot of people are doing. At least I'm not doing the exact same scene. And I haven't seen anybody do the claw yet, so I felt like doing the claw because I wanted to do a kind of simple background because there's a lot of detail in here. But I definitely didn't want to just do a shape. So I wanted to get enough detail in the back to give it more than just a shape, but at the same time keep it minimalistic. So just did the claw from that scene when they're in the arcade, him and Woody, and they meet all the little aliens. And so the claw was definitely something that was fun to look up and put into this artwork. Should probably do this detail with the fine liner, but I already started on the other leg, so I'm going to do it here as well. I don't want to be ununiformed. With the artwork almost smudged. Alrighty, now I just got to get into these small lines. I was contemplating on how I wanted to do the purple head helmet and whether I wanted to just do the entire head purple or if I wanted to give it some shape and just make that his skin and this more of his eyes, covering his eyes, nose, and mouth. But and then also giving him the helmet being up rather than the helmet being down like it is. I definitely wanted to go down. It's kind of hard and difficult to draw these Among Us characters with those helmets and make it look good. I've done it before. Did it with day one actually, which was the Leviathan fishbowl Among Us skin. And if you haven't seen that one, go back to click on the playlist of Inktober and you can see it, or just go back to the page Art Adventures and look for it's day one. But I did that one, and I did obviously a fishbowl on top of his head, which came out looking pretty good. And then the other one would be trying to draw the fro for day 2. Was it day 2 or 3? I think it was day 2. Drawing the fro, and then yesterday, drawing the turban on Mr. Popo. So those types of shapes for the Among Us, since it's not like they have necks and shoulders and it's just this weird awkward shaped like jelly bean body, I really needed it to be the helmet being down. So mind you, he already has a face mask since he is some sort of astronaut / Martian type thing. So yesterday I went ahead and did the Mr. Popo, and when I finished it, I didn't record this part, but when I finished it, I ended up drawing the actual border around it. I'll flip the page and show you in a second, but it looks way better because the background is so one, it's simple, and then 2, when I color it, it's going to be a sky, so it's going to be very light and pastel. And since it's going to be light and pastel, I wanted it to be I guess, a darker border so it doesn't blend too much into the paper and it doesn't get lost, so you can actually see the shape of the background. So I did that. And I'm gonna do it again with this one since it's such a simple background. And it actually looked better than I thought it was going to look, having a background with that border like that. I do it on some and I don't do it on others. I'll outline the actual detail in the background, but giving it a outlined background, typically I'd leave it alone. But for instance, that would be done originally, and then this would be my Mr. Popo from yesterday. And I outlined the background. I don't know if you can see it, but there's clouds in there to kind of separate the sky and not just have it one big blue sky. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing. And this border does not have to be like perfect. It can be different line weights. So kind of just loosely drawing it because it kind of looks better when I do it like that. It doesn't even follow the line necessarily. All right, so there you go. Buzz Lightyear, day 16 for the word rocket. And yeah, I've been looking forward to doing this one for quite some time, but finally got it done. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get this one colored at the end of the month, and this one should be fun as well, just with all the different colors that he has. So I'm looking forward to it. All right, guys, well, with that, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next one. See you. Peace.